Yeah, what's happening, everybody? we, I know the title I had, man. It was just like, nah, this is cringe. But that's what I felt. That's what I was feeling. That's what I was feeling, man. You know, yeah, that's how I was feeling. Title is cringe, but so I switched it up. You know, to beg or not to beg. That was never the question. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hope everyone is doing well. Let's get right into it. Because I'm actually, let me not say it because I always jinx myself when I do say it. Y'all already know. Y'all already know how I get down with the get down. So how's everybody feeling? How's the markets been? You know what I'm saying? Like what we doing with the ecosystem? What we doing? What's going on? Hmm? What's going on with the ecosystem? Hmm? How's everybody been? You know what I mean? FOMO, it's been a while, man. Good to see you. FOMO TV in the building. Haven't seen you in a while, man. Good to see you though. Jay Bud's in the building. What's going on? He says, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Let's go for real. Let's go somewhere. Somewhere up. Been down too long. Need to move up. For real. For real. FOMO says the first notification you got him. Well, I guess I'm not favored in the YouTube algorithm, you know. I don't tell people to, smash the like button enough, or I don't know. You know how that go. Doc Lover. What's up, Doc? Oh, nothing. I don't know. I don't know what's up, man. I'm trying to actually build with y'all. There's two things I want to talk about and then keep it moving. I don't know what's the latest. I kind of was saying that I hope things things, like instead of us being down, we go up. Been down too long, like the market, hope we go up. Hope we need to go up. We so need to go up so bad. So bad, right? I guess in that sense, it sounds like I'm begging, right? Begging. Ah, man. Fred B in the building. What's going on? I never. Let me say something, Doc. It's an interesting question, a good question you raised. I never understand Richard Hart's chess moves. I never understand them. I don't even try to understand his chess moves if he's even playing chess. Like I right, like it's because this with the two things I'm going to speak about. You people might interpret it as being a chess move. Me, I just question the moves. I call them questionable moves. Questionable. You know, it's it's weird how it's been what 5 days since the ruling of his case getting dismissed, and I've seen an article by Yahoo Finance on the internet. Who talked about Richard winning his last case with the SEC against the SEC. Well, the SEC were accusing him, charged him with, you know, securities and misappropriating funds, et cetera, et cetera. But that got dismissed. I saw Yahoo Finance put an article out about it, but The market is still like kind of humdrum. I don't know if this is part of the chess game, the chess moves that he's doing. I just don't know. I don't know. Tail 7, what's going on? I know, right? He's playing 13D chess. I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't. This is all the same questions you asked, Doc. I'm sure you're not the only one. You're not the only one who has these questions. I've asked them over and over. Even now, like, can you imagine what thinking people can be thinking? How about that? Can you imagine what rational people can be thinking when now we see how Hex is being listed again on Uniswap, right? Hex, Uniswap, Ethereum base, Hex being listed again on Uniswap and Matcha.xyz, right? That was the link for Matcha exchange, all right? So it makes you okay. You're gonna list Ethereum Hex back on Uniswap, okay? So the argument, the weird age old, not age old, but Pulse chain old argument of Ethereum Hex versus Pulse Hex. I mean, this is why it's always been like, to me, like, I'm not even going to engage in that. I'm not even going to engage, even when Richard twice said that the market chose a side. He said that in August of 2023, and he said it the second time in March of 2024. The market chose. And it felt like he was saying he chose, but he couldn't say that. So he put it on the market. The market chose which hex is more valuable, which hex that everybody should migrate towards or buy or whatever. But then when you see this week in 2025, March, where Ethereum hex is again listed because they delisted on Uniswap, but Uniswap lists them again, it just, if a person is not confused as I am, bless your heart. But I'm going to be keeping everything simple, but it's just confusion. On top of that, and then I get it, because when the SEC smoke was occurring, the battle, people wanted nothing to do with RH. That's why you had folks delist them like Uniswap. You had people raise money to list Pulse Chain on MEXC. And I think soon after the Interpol drama surfaced, soon after that, MEXC delisted Hex, Pulse Chain, all that. After monies were raised, the people in the community say maybe $80,000 to $100,000 were raised in an effort to list, right? You had people from Fiat put up $10,000 to help that endeavor, to start that, right? To set them into listing listing on MEXC. The guy who hides in blackface put up 10,000. Somebody else put up 10,000 just to try to corral people. And when they got the monies up, got listed on MEXC. Initially, I had an issue with it because I thought we were moving away from centralized situations. Remember, I spoke to RG3 about it. Like, you know, uh, what is this about? Like, why are we pushing to be listed on a centralized situation? Oh, for more eyes. It wasn't, he didn't say more eyes, but he gave his reasons. And then, that's what I mentioned, but don't forget, because people weren't saying it at the time, those who were campaigning to get listed, they weren't saying that, folks, when if you use that exchange, don't keep your crypto on those exchanges. Because we know what happens when you keep these things, your crypto, on an exchange, it's no longer your crypto anymore, right? But now I see your founder basically, I mean, yo, to beg or not to beg, that was never the question. To beg or not to beg. You said, man, you said, F you VCs, we don't need you. We don't need you. Promoters, we don't need you. You want to go buy the top? Go F yourselves. Go buy the top. We don't need you. And now it's Kraken. Hi. Can you please list us? Coinbase. You seem like Coinbase. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. What do I know, right? Like, what do I know? I don't know. I know nothing about marketing, about being a serial entrepreneur who launched an Ethereum native coin, Ethereum not native, Ethereum derivative coin that went 10,000x, raised funds for charity, longevity. I didn't do that. I'm not the guy that put out a L1, hiring people to create a L1 from monies that were sacrificed, right? And a DEX to go with it. I didn't do these things. I don't have a movie in my likeness. I don't have a community that right? That was basically built grassroots and sustained itself 5+ years later. I'm not that guy. I'm not him. I'm not hiding. I'm not running, hiding, because this is what I've been saying for the past few months. Like, and it's not to hate, it's just to highlight and emphasize what's happening here. Even after the win in the case, now I understand SEC got maybe like 2 weeks or so to respond, like to appeal and to do these things, but to go against the decision the Honorable Judge Aman delivered last Friday. So that remains to be seen. But in the same time, we don't see price activity go up, because if you want to see something done, you do it. That's the attitude. That's why we don't see price activity, because it's all about, if you want to see something done, you do it. I don't know. I didn't think I didn't think that we would be celebrating, not even celebrating, but begging Kraken and Coinbase to, like, what? I personally, I don't know if I want him. I don't know if streaming, like, let's say people see him stream. I don't know if that's gonna make any difference. Tell Seven what's going on. He said maybe Richard's just playing World of Warcraft and growing. Who knows? I can't call it. Who knows, man? Like, I feel that we are tin top. I see you, Dr. Moore. What's going on, Doc? I see y'all. Doc Lover says, we are at risk of missing the bull trends of the crypto cycle, as that would be a major setback, almost devastating in my eyes. I agree 100%. 100%. I said before the court ruling when RH was just displaying these weird behaviors that went contrary to what he used to talk about. I mentioned that maybe he's just like desperate. Maybe he's doing these things out, pumped out tires, you know, basically like desperation. So I can't even really explain or even pretty much like rationalize how that went. So, I mean, you know, how do you make sense out of nonsense? Like, I don't know, man. Like, if you were telling me for the longest, no middleman, not your keys, not your coins, no third party, this and that, this and that. Now you like asking for third party to basically promote whatever you got going on, but you talking about decentralization, but you need centralized help. And if you question that, you're vilified. People, I don't, if you're a thinking rational person, like really, just be real. I know I make jokes. I like to make jokes and talk a whole lot of crap. I do. I do. And I have towards him, unapologetically, towards him, unapologetically. But if I'm wrong, I'll take onus and accountability. But like in all fairness, like like really, forget about me. How do y'all feel about the situation? Forget about me. If a new person came through and discovered this community and saw what was going on and knew nothing about what they RH used to talk about 5, 6 years ago, they would not have a clue why a person like me and even those who've been around that long, much longer than I have, are wondering what type of time is Richard Hart on? Like, what is he thinking? You got this super advantage now. This momentum. Build off the momentum. Yo, the universe just threw you a bone, sir, and threw us a bone. Like, remove this negativity off your jacket called SEC investigating you for misappropriating funds and you issuing crypto securities. Remove that nasty stain from your repertoire. Okay, the stain is removed. It's clear. The skies are clear. The dark clouds have now disappeared. The sun is rising. It's shining through. Bright skies and sunny days ahead. Beautiful wave, huh? Wave. Rising tides raises all ships. Well, there's a rising effing tide. If you didn't see what, here we go, and it's meager results. And you got people touring. Like, it's just what it is. People doing events and like, all right, you're doing events. It's good to see folks interacting in that way, right? It shows like, yo, the community is really like on a different type of level, want to interact, boost the morale, keep the morale up. That would be great. That would be all fine and dandy if that all of that good morale and feel good, emotional Roller coaster was translated properly in these charts. If our wallets mimicked your feel good, and make our wallet, if our wallets made us smile, then I could understand you partying like a rock star. So, especially some of y'all, your Generation X. You need to like, look, who am I to talk, man? I party the way I party. It is what you know, whatever, man. To each his own. To each his own. Nobody cares. But if you were to at least understand why it feels so good to meet somebody in real life who likes the same crypto you like, if you were to see that translated in your wallet, especially after this great news that we hear, it would make more sense. It just would. It just would. In my memory, albeit foggy as it is, back in 2020, 2020 was it? Or was it early 21? When Hex was, yeah, it was 21 when Hex was, I think, right when it approached a penny, right? As far as monetary value. Didn't the community have a function, Las Vegas function that year? Las Vegas? Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. But around the time when the thing centered to about a penny, didn't it have, didn't the community rally together and have a meetup of some sort? Vegas? Now, to me, that makes sense because, oh, a grueling 2020 came and went. Grueling, grueling. And then when you see prices going up where folks were like wishing and hoping and praying that this thing touched a penny, it finally did. And you're watch, you're watching, no problem. You're watching, people feel good and want to celebrate. That makes sense to me. That makes sense. Makes sense in 21. 21, that was a special moment, a special year, right? In the market, especially for the markets, across the board for the most part. Bull market. BTC touched its first 65K, 67, give or take, or whatever, right? Ethereum, all-time highs. Hex, all-time highs. Everybody on a euphoric high, right? Very hopeful, huh? Everybody supporting the idea of forking Ethereum. Pulse chain sacrifice. Never heard that shit before, but you damn sure wanted a sacrifice after hearing what it was for and what it was about. Giving away all these gains that you've amassed, holding on to the 2019 2020 bear. You waited into 21, amassed all these gains, and you gave it away for a sacrifice for freedom of speech. How noble is that? I'm being for real, right? Feeling good because, yo, everything pumping. So you could spend a few racks, not even spend because, yeah, you just donating the racks and not expecting nothing back in return. The best part of the whole thing, have no expectations. The most bizarre financial anything I've done in my natural life. Ask me if I would do it again. Don't ask me. Don't ask me if I would do that again. You don't need to ask me if I would do that again. The most bizarre, financial activity I've ever embarked or participated ever in my natural life. Couple that with other sacrifices that was non-RH related. Couple that towards the end of 2021, pulse sacrifice. So it was a lot going on. And then, the meetups in Europe. Oh, yeah, it was a good time for that. Second year anniversary, Pulsion already hit its all time high. Oh, yeah, trajectory going up the whole term, up and to the right. We're adopting all these terms. No admin keys, no third party, no middlemen. Don't suck any middlemen D, right? Where's the code? Show me the code. Show me the audits. The code needs to be immutable. These things to safeguard yourselves from getting wrecked and scammed in crypto. He was updating his October 2020 Twitter thread regularly, adding the latest scams and hacks that took place in the industry. You feeling good because your wallet is looking extra sexy? Yeah, you see why people want to party and tour and do all this stuff. The movie, you know, those guys from Germany came through and was doing a how many statewide tour? Statewide tour. What minimum of 40 states with the wrapped cars or whatever, the foreign vehicles, doing workshops and meetups and all that good stuff. Fast forward till now. You think the sentiment is the same and y'all still touring and partying and doing all that good stuff, right? But is the fervor really matched the way it was matched, the way it was? Does it match now to what it was in 2021? No, because it's a different time, right? Now we have an entire chain. Now we have a DEX, but now we also have realization. We also have awareness. We also have experience, right? We also acquired some knowledge, right? About certain things where, man, ooh, mm, mm, mm. Certain things I'm gonna keep to myself. I'm not even gonna put out there on the internet because it's just too hot for the internet. Straight like that. Observations that were made, activities that were traced and followed on a blockchain, a thing that we learn to use and understand what it is, or what how we're supposed to be, how we're supposed to use and benefit from these things. Eliminate as much third party as we can. But now we're hearing, hey, Kraken, why don't you list? I mean, maybe it's for the adoption, because maybe he's realizing it's just not enough. Everything that has been happening community wise up to this point is just not enough. You know what I mean? Yo, y'all are out of control. Y'all are out of some Jeff said it's not your cheeks. How is this the type of time we on, Jeff? Jeff, you out of control, bro. You out of control. Out of control. Y'all out and then Tails comes back with those cheeks be clapping as they're walking away. This is crazy. No, 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 no. This is the thing, man. We did enough. I did personally. Like, I'm not, listen. I'm talking with y'all. We building. We talking. And you listening to an old man talk. And I appreciate y'all for doing that. Every last one of you. But I don't understand where this is going. I just don't. I don't know if the plan shifted for Richard. Like, are we doing centralized moves? Because this is why I say things were never really. It was never about. It was never about anything. Ever about anything decentralized. Like, let me correct that. It was never about anything being 100% decentralized, because that it's just not true. It's not true. When you have certain entities that people can't claim, they can't claim for various reasons. They can't claim the entities for various reasons, you know, to avoid scrutiny. The same scrutiny that ended up getting embroiled in, but he ended up winning. But it's not that much. It's not that decentralized. Owe involved making moves. Who's dictating that? Somebody is, right? Oh, you reduced the inflation rate for Ink token. Who did that? Somebody did. But then you're saying, oh, it's no admin keys. But you can as long as you have the admin keys, everybody's good. That's the understanding, right? So say that. I got no problems with people. If you want to talk about being transparent, then just be about it, live it. Just say, you know what? Hey, guys. Not only is it not your money, nor is it your cheeks. As long as I have the admin key, believe in me. Believe in me. Let me say this again. Hey, guys. As long as if you said that, I'd respect it more. If you said that, I would respect it more. Like, no, true to form. If you were to just say, listen, no third parties out here. You shouldn't be trusting nobody. But listen, man, I hope I could gain your trust based on what I've done and et cetera, et cetera. I know it sounds crazy, but I also, handle some admin keys too. But because I've garnered your respect and trust, and you've seen I haven't done anything crazy and scam nobody, maybe I've earned it. But I'm gonna be real, because people are not stupid. You're not dealing with idiots here. Folks are gonna look and read right through this whole thing. Like, yo, stop with the narrative. Like those old, like I feel like a fool, people. I feel like the only dumbass African gray parrot. Shout out to the African gray parrots with the red laurel feather. Shout out to them. Regurgitating, oh, no admin keys. Meanwhile, he got the admin key. How are you making changes happen in your operations? You got the admin key. What are we doing? Now it's third party middleman D, some Bybit. You going after people with some Bybit that got liquidated on some Bybit, and telling people, taunting them, telling them they love sucking middleman D. And now it's about, hey, Kraken, what we doing? Hi, Kraken. Coinbase. Hello. Um. Uh. It's like that's that meme with that kid, the black kid with the face where he starts crying and he looks away. Yeah, that's that meme, man. It's that gift. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, if you're gonna use the exchanges, don't say that it's bad to you. If you want to list be listed on an exchange, right? You identify the risks, but stop acting like you the anti-exchange person, anti-centralized exchange person, anti-CEX, anti-third party, anti-middleman this, middleman that, and you begging the middleman to list your situation. You know what this has showed me, and I say this again, and unfortunately, it's just what it is, man. It just showed me the bro. I thought I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Why are these prices so suppressed? They still suppressed. The price is suppressed. They suppressed. Why the price is suppressed? Does it make sense, folks? Does it, let's be real. You got it now. You're getting listed back. Now it's EX is getting got listed again on Uniswap. So I don't care about all that argument people were having against EHEX, PHEX, and UNCHMEHEC, all that. The PHEX believers, how y'all feel now? You know, with the ones that were all PHEX like Maxi type. Well, EHEX got listed on it. So let's fan the confusion even more. I didn't see Richard talk about the market. Oh wait, Uniswap. I didn't see him yell at Uniswap talking about Uniswap. Did you not realize that the market chose PHEX? Did you not realize that, Uniswap? No. What did he do? What did he do? What did he do? What did Richard do instead? Let me repeat myself again. Like, not because I think you guys didn't catch it. I need to hear it from me, for myself. He issued two announcements, one in August of 23 and one in March of 2024. March 11th, the whole PHEX debacle, the nail in the coffin, like boom, the demise of Ethereum Hex occurred. And then he said, you guys should have known better. The market decided, the market chose PHEX. You guys should have known. I told y'all already. Uniswap lists Hex again, and what was he do? Thank you, Uniswap, for what you mean? And so many people are buying into this. So many people just like they just so happy. I don't know about what they just want to be happy and live in a state of I don't know if it's disbelief. I don't know if it's cognitive dissonance. They just forget. It's just whatever weird questionable things that arise. It just they don't even think about questioning it. They don't even think about asking anything. If the market chose PHEX over everything else, why did he stake EHEX billions and billions and billions of those units 15 years? Because you're saying that you've implied more than once that if people choose PHEX, also that's the great migration, the great migration from EHEX to PHEX. So you don't support that anymore. So it's bye bye. Say goodbye to an old friend. He didn't do that. What did he do? What did he? Because who else did it? The OA. What did he do? Oh, we're gonna send these billions of units, and so to have what above 90% of the coins staked, 50 55, 50. Come on, bro. You know, guys, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm better than you. I'm better than you. Okay. I raised $27 million. It's not your money. You want to see something done, you do it. You think you could do a better job? You see what I did? I overcame the SEC. I am David, and SEC was Goliath, and I beat him with truth, sovereignty. Okay. I speak truth to power. I'm polarizing. I'm better than you. You see my twerking moves in front of the peacock? Hey, yo, show, listen, show me the money. I don't even care anymore. I don't even care about all that. I don't even care about none of that. Show, where's the money? Because now it's seeing is believing. Show the money because everybody's waiting for him to pump the market. And that's where it is. You could beg as many exchanges as you want. You could beg, he can beg whoever he want. But he put too much energy out there that people are not going to forget. He put too much energy out there. If I have a clip of him saying, we don't need you, VCs, we don't need you, influencers, we don't need you, F yourselves, go by the top, go by the top. Think about how much money I have and what I can do if I really wanted to. I have a lot of options. This is what he said. This is what he said. And now it's Vitalik, please, I'm begging you, Vitalik, Ethereum, please, But this is part of the 15th, 20th dimensional chess game. Some of us been around for a while. Some people you could tell in their language and their euphoria and their fervor and excitement for Richard, they just they just got here. They just maybe a year. Maybe a year. Maybe I'll give them 2 years. But some of us been around longer. And we're watching something happen where it's just like this is like a Jekyll and Hyde situation. It's bipolar, it's somebody else. This is good twin, bad twin type situation. Like it's something else, man. It's definitely something else. You know, Eric says church. Tells Eric said Richard would rather let the exchanges. Yeah, interesting. That's interesting. So down we go, right? That's crazy. By the way, we were listed on OKX, which is one of the top 5 exchanges in the world. But then influencers were crying, why using SEC? Just use Bridge. Yeah. Yeah, because that's that. The influencers were crying because this is what was supported. That was the message that was supported by RH. Don't keep your money hostage on a centralized exchange. That he knew people who kept their money on Binance and had to issue hostage video. He described it like that. You keeping your money hostage. Would downplay CZ from Binance and the whole Binance operation because people kept their monies there and they could not take their money out and would have to issue hostage, quote unquote, hostage videos to get their money. In other words, don't keep your money on a centralized exchange. So then when we see these things listed on a centralized exchange, I even said something about it with the whole MEXC. I mentioned it already, like in the stream, like, talked about it. I don't know, why are you promoting this when this was a warning to safeguard? Like, don't leave your money on Coinbase. Don't leave your money on these third-party platforms. Like, huh? And now he's actually welcoming, or I guess because of the fact that the market seem like they don't really care that he won the case. That's what the numbers showed. You know what? That's like crazy, damn near disrespectful. The man won the case, or got that case dismissed. So it turned out to be in his favor, and the market doesn't even care because look at the price, look at the charts, look at what we're doing, look what's going on. Market doesn't even care. I told y'all they don't like him. I told y'all people don't like him. You think just because on some Twitter that everything is about Twitter, that the world revolves around Twitter? No, it doesn't. Look at it's indicative of what we're dealing with. Look at these charts. Look at this coin. Like 5 days later, we still here. Like this is what we're doing. People are actively working to exit liquidity to dump. They're actively conspiring to get together to dump the coins to oblivion. People have said there's not a conspiracy. Why do you think folks are doing things like that? You're always gonna have people who sell and dump. Like, but why do you think that's just even? It was just emphatically stated, openly declared. They're gonna dump, and then when they dump, exit liquidity strategize on how to, you know, they'll move on to other chains. Talk about like bad actors, like really highlighting their nefarious work. And that's your people. That's your people that some of y'all celebrate. Your favorite of the favorite influencers that been around and all this and that. That y'all let rock. You just no pushback, no nothing. I see more people glaze than stand on their square. More people just pretend they want to fawn over these people and not say anything and have your investments adversely impacted as a result because you didn't open your mouth and stand for what's right and stand for the truth. You know, everybody in between is just what it is. I don't have a problem speaking about what I feel, and even if you know, from the top to the bottom, you know, and mainly it's really with the top because it's his operation, it's his everything. Like what we doing over here? Come on, this is the weirdest bull market I've ever seen. Stocks included, equities included, like the weirdest bull market I've ever seen, y'all. And he's attracted the worst people he could attract. Now you're trying to clean up your act. Well, I don't know if it's him trying to clean up his act, if there was any act to clean because he got absolved. If anybody thought he was a scammer, that shit should be lifted because he didn't issue any securities and there were no misappropriation of funds from like federal court. Anyone who called him a scammer, whatever, you could kick rocks, literally kick rocks with no shoes on. Believe what you want to believe. But this thing is documented historically. But as a result, why this is not translated onto these markets is so bizarre. The manipulation is real. They do not want to see us get rich. They do not want to see us succeed, folks. You talk about wolves in sheep clothing, thirsty, hyenas, right? Badgers. No, the badgers are too nice, man. I like the badgers and wombats and things like that. But you know what I'm saying. These hyenas, man. Just want to eat, and leave scraps for everybody else, or leave absolutely nothing for everybody else. Meanwhile, we're supposed to be here trying to make the world a better place, or participate in a situation from someone who heralds making the world a better place. Sunlight says, I feel like PX is being gatekept now. All the sex talk. It's what PLS. Yeah, it just, I can't. It is. It's just confusing. It's confusing, to say the least. 100%. Come, chameleon. You come and go. You come and go. Yo, you coming out with the vibes. This is what I'm talking. Yo, Doc with the vibes, man. Golden Mike, okay? Dr. Moore with the vibes, man. Some Karma Chameleon. Didn't Westcott do a rendition of that? That man did so many songs, so many renditions. I think he did. I think he did. Wow. These people don't even know a good thing and how to appreciate great things, man. I could relate, Doc Lover. I could relate. Definitely. Exactly. Time to see the money, right? For all of us. Time to see the money, man. You've been around early days, early days. Wondering what's going on here. Is this what you call advancement, updating worldview? This is what it is. He needs to admit he makes a mistake, which he'll never do. But it's just weird how things are unfolding the way they are. It's just weird. Good point. Want to see PHEX the most important token on all of the centralized exchanges? Why not? Why not? And that is a good point. Why isn't PHEX on these? I tell you, man. I tell you, we have a long way to go. Got a long way to go. Have a long way to go. People are strategizing how to exit liquidity. Sad. Can it be now? It's talking about as longer than hours. If he's looking beyond the current bull market. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Time to see some movement now that things seem to be in Hex's favor. Is he looking past this market? I mean, he could be, but what about now? Because we got to get through now to get to where we got to go. We got to get through now. If I'm telling you, man, you better get it together. All that talk was on VCs, go F yourselves. Promoters, go F. We don't need you. We don't need you. Think about how much money. Let me, all that talk.
Has there been any big names in crypto that have reached out to you to kind of figure out what's going on, or kind of get a heads up on that?
I'm happy for them to all buy the top. Buy the top, fuckers. VCs, you want in? You can buy with everybody else. You can get nothing special. Influencers, you want in? Fuck you guys. You can miss this boat too. You can buy later. I'm happy if all this fucks miss the boat. If every influencer misses the boat and every VC misses the boat, fuck you guys. We don't need you. We do not need you. Hex didn't need you, and Pulse doesn't need you, because we can do all this stuff on our own. Let me put it this way. Think about how much money I have, and think about what I could do with that if I choose to. I have a lot of options available to me. So, I don't need any of these motherfuckers. I do not.
And what happened? What happened? What? I don't know. You know. Diversify. What's going on? It's easy to send to self custody afterwards. I agree. Good point. Good point, Sunlight. Good to have you here. First time I'm seeing you in the chat. 100%. 100%. Could be a different story. Yeah. Yeah. We need that. We need different perspective, and it's true. It could be a different story. And you reminded me to think about basically look ahead. Look ahead. Right? But we've been looking ahead. Let me tell you, bro. Like it's just not easy, man. We thinking like by now, come on, we're in March 2025. What's good? Like SEC just got eviscerated with Richard being granted the motion for case dismissal. Like you said, he still got the Interpol. True, true. And then the SEC got. I don't want to even put that out there that they have some time to respond. We already put it out there, but the way it's looking with this administration, as far as presidential administration, how friendly they are with crypto and everything, I don't think it'd be in the SEC's best interest to fight the decision the judge made. But what do I know? Tail 7 says vultures. Yeah, man. Make it make sense. I'll tell you. Make it make sense. But we're gonna get through it. We definitely gotta get through all this. We're gonna get through all this. All right. And make it work. But good people, thank you for rocking with me this stream. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Always be well, be vigilant, be aware of what's going on in your lives, and definitely in these seedy alleys we call DeFi. Peace.